Hello, this is Connor Super Goofy, and welcome to another video where we are going over the year-end hot list for another year of Connor's hot list. This time we are doing my senior year of high school, and this was one that I was looking forward to covering because this is easily the best of my 4 years of high school, and not only was it good in pretty much every other way, but it was also really good for the hot list also. Um, In fact, I would probably say it might even be the best of the 4 years on the hot list as well. Now, getting into it, I mean, this my senior year was so good that I'm actually thinking of doing a full retrospective on it, a full Todd in the Shadows style retrospective on my senior year of high school. I don't know when that would come if it were to come, but yeah, that is something that I definitely want to do. That is definitely something I'm thinking of doing. So, getting into the list. Um one of the things about um my senior year on the hot list is that actually expecting most of these songs to age a lot better than a lot of the junior year picks. Um so it should probably come as a really big shock to you when I say that the number one pick for my senior year, Not Like Us, is actually one of the worst aging songs on this list in terms of my rotation. I haven't listened to this much since I graduated, and it probably come would come as a shocker considering the fact that this song hit number one on the hot list 5 separate times. But yeah, um, ha- um, I'm expecting that this song will eventually make a resurgence in my rotation, maybe sometime in 2026, but right now I've kind of backed off from it. As for the song's chart path, this song hit the hot list for the first time in May, right as I was get of 2024, right as I was getting out of my junior year, and hit number one in early June and then just kind of disappeared until September when it came back and had a huge historic run on the hot list throughout my senior year of high school. Um if I made the year-end hot list today, um I would actually put my number two song at number one, which is Mansions by myself. This song I released in October. October is probably one of the best singular months of my entire life. That's how good October was. And Mansions was released right at the very beginning of October and became a massive hit. Um, it took a while to really take off. It didn't really catch fire till like late October, early November. But once it did, man, it was unstoppable. Um, Number three was my back to school anthem for my senior year. It actually hit the hot list in July of 2024, and was one of the biggest soundtracks for my trip to Baltimore, where my mom's best friend lives. And um, that friend actually is owns the dog that is on the cover of the album Theodore Dog Weeby, as a matter of fact. Um, but Red Leather was my back to school anthem, which is funny because Red Leather would have fit perfectly into my junior year. I'm not saying that this song is bad in any way. It definitely runs a little bit too long at 7 minutes, but this song sounds like my junior year on the hot list. Um, it sounds like it would fit perfectly into my junior year, like that seamlessly. Number four, this is one of the songs that defined my senior year of high school. NIH State Line Turnt. This is a huge, booming song that honestly blew me away the first time I heard it because NIH State Line hadn't done anything like it. Um, the song came out. I first heard this song the night before senior activity day, where we went to take the panoramic photo, and this song I during senior activity day when we were walking around doing all the activities, I could not turn this song off. This song will forever remind me of that day, which is actually happens to be the day where my senior year started to really get white hot. So, um, maybe it was just, maybe it's this song that I have to thank for that, honestly. The song is a booming Rage track which NIH State Line hadn't done a thing like before in his catalog, and it's his vocals are extremely high pitched and aggressive, and not only did the song blow me away, but it also made a huge statement. Number five is a song that I got into late in the summer, like Red Leather. This is actually a late summer song that actually carried into my senior year quite a bit. I originally wasn't expecting to place it as high as number five, but um yeah, this song is one of the ones that I um tend to forget about a lot more since it's left the hot list and is not really in my and it's not really in my rotation anymore. I'd say it's another one like Not Like Us, which hasn't aged perfectly in my rotation, but I think it's in terms of I think it's aged better than Not Like Us though, in my rotation. Number six is the Creator Music Disc, which was number one for all of 2024. If you go back to see that, if you go back to see that year-end hot list, um, I think I pretty much went into detail about Creator. I think I can remember doing that. Number seven, Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, this song was pretty much impossible to escape my senior year, and it helped the fact that I really liked it a lot. Um, Number eight, Something Good by NIH State Line. This is another one that also placed in the top 10 for 2024. This song hit the hot list right at the very end. Well, I discovered this song right at the very end of my junior year, right as we were getting out of school, like during finals. And it basically ruled the summer and ruled a good chunk of that first semester also. Number nine, Timeless by The Weeknd featuring Playboy Cardi. I first heard this the day after it came out. Um, the first time I heard this was on the day of the homecoming dance. So this is a song that, but despite actually hearing it on the day of the homecoming dance for the first time, the homecoming dance is not actually what I associate Timeless with, because the homecoming dance was also the same day that Mojang had 2024 Minecraft Live, and I remember watching the stream of that on IBX Toy Cat's channel, and there was that one segment with the villager news that where that's basically the way they announced the creaking. Um, um, that was funny, and that's the main thing I associate my first moments with Timeless with. Um, Number 10, oddly enough, barely got into my last on the hot list into my senior year. It fell off in September. This was mainly a big Connor's hot list hit of the 2024 summer. So why is it so high? Well, A, something that I haven't really told you is that the summer before the school year, counts. The summer before the school year actually counts in terms of like what I judge to place a song on the hot list for the school year. So it being a big 2024 summer song is actually the main reason why it's this high my um for my hot list at the end of the school year. Number 11, Motel Blues by Stray. This is probably out of the number one Connor's hot list hits that Stray has had, this is probably my least favorite. But it's still pretty good, and this was the song that was number one on the first day of school. So this is another song that I discovered late in the summer that carried big into my senior year. Number 12, this is another summer song, and actually these next few are actually these next few songs are actually songs from the summer that carried big into my senior year. Starting with number 12, Featherfall, another really good Minecraft 1.21 track that absolutely dominated my summer. Watcher kind of dominated the early parts of the summer. Featherfall dominated the later summer, right as school was actually starting to get back in. Um, Number 13, The Prime Suspects by The Chief and Saquarman Massaquoi. This is a BandLab song um, during an era where BandLab songs were getting increasingly rare on the hot list. BandLab had already kind of fallen off by that point. BandLab's heyday was in the summer of 2023 on Connor's hot list, and this was one of the last BandLab songs. Um, Not one of the last, but it was another one of those songs that were hit the hot list from BandLab during its declining days. Squarm Massacre is I'm not sure I'm saying this guy's name right. Is actually was actually one of my biggest fans on BandLab. Those are good days though. Number 14 is Wild Ones by Jesse Murph and Jelly Roll. This song is I honestly don't really know. Hmm, don't know why it was as big as it was, but on Connor's hot list. But it's there, I guess. I don't really have much to say about it. $15 Million Baby by Tommy Richmond. This is another summer song, like the past what five of them. Um, this song hit the hot list actually pretty early in the summer, and it went number one in the midsummer. So, um, and it carried pretty far into my senior year as well. Um, Number 16, Me by NIH State Line. NIH State Line had a big year on Connor's hot list my senior year. He had a lot of really big, really good songs on the hot list. I mentioned Turnt earlier, um, but yeah, he's gonna have a lot more of these. And um, yeah, Me just kind of has that um Me just kind of has that kind of has that trippy red rage sound to it, but it's actually really deep and heartfelt. It's a love song basically, which it kind of gave me chills when I was listening to it. That's how I was able to get so huge on the hot list. Number 17. I don't even know where to start with number 17. Um, this song is aged like crap for me. Um, Honestly, this is like I talk about all the other songs where I wonder why, like I look back at it wondering why this song got so huge on Connor's hot list, and this song here, Precipice, is like that times 10. Um, this took off on the hot list early. Um, this was actually another summer song. Actually, this song actually hit the hot list again during the summer and took off early my senior year and hit number one in September. Um, Number 18. Drake had just lost the beef with Kendrick at that point. So I feel really, really guilty having these 100 gig songs on the hot list, especially because um It's Up is not the only 100 gig song that got big on Connor's hot list. Blue Green Red also got big on Connor's hot list. Fun fact, Blue Green Red actually hit number one, and the second it hit number one, it got deleted from Spotify because of copyright infringement. Um, what making it like the first song to leave the hot list from the number one spot, which is crazy. It's Up is the song that actually has lasted. And I do actually have an association. I actually do have like an emotional association with this song because it was actually the first song to hit the well, it was actually, I guess you could say, tied for the first song because there were two debuts on the first day of school. But it was the first song to hit the hot list on the first day of school. So I have a connection with this song as well. There was another song that hit the hot list for the first time on the first day of school. We'll get to that. Number 19, I'm Bad for You by NIH State Line. This this felt like a bigger Connor's Hot List hit than it, I guess, ended up being on the year-end hot list. Um, I thought it was for sure throughout the school year that I was going to place it higher than number 19. Um, it has a really good beat and a really good vocal sample. Um, and NIH State Line flows really well on it. This song hit the hot list in September and went to number one, um, like a ton of other NIH State Line songs. And here we have the other song to debut on the hot list on the first day of school, Must Be Love by NIH State Line, which is it's another one of those songs that blew me away. It didn't like something good had blown me away when I first heard it because of how weird it sounded. But this one blew me away in a different way. It didn't like turnt level blow me away, but yeah, there were a lot of really big NIH State Line songs this year. I'll say that. Um 21 is Life Jacket by Iceman. Now, Iceman is an artist that obviously I had known for a while. Is very closely affiliated with Stray. Um, remember if you remember, Iceman had that big Connor's Hot List hit with 25, which was a collaboration with Stray, and Ice Iceman had been trying to had occasionally tried to break through with solo stuff. Back early my junior year, there was a song called "Thumbing Through Cash," which tried. It had a really good sax sample, but it tried to ride up the hot list on the back of that sample, but couldn't really quite get there. And "Life Jacket" was the first song that really broke through for Iceman. Um, um, so, yeah, I like the beat on this one definitely carries the song. This song hit the hot list in October, by the way, and went number one. The beat on this one carries. It's a multi-phased beat with some really good piano chords mixed in there. Um, and and then it transitions into this more kind of s- um synthy trap beat in the second half. Um, the beat definitely carries, but I like the positive religious messaging of the song also. Um, Number 22. So this was a phenomenon um, that I have a positive association with my senior year. Sir Thomas, I'm gonna just say Sir Thomas Jacques. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, but Sir Thomas Jacques had in 2023, he from 2022 to 2023, he gradually released this project where he created fan-made Minecraft music discs. The project is titled Discs Where Discs Shouldn't Be, and I discovered it early on in my senior year, when things were it was before things got hot, but it was um I discovered it early my senior year, and um, a ton of songs from that album made it to the hot list, and Alone was actually the second one to no, it was the third one. It was actually the third one to hit the hot list. Um, but it ended up being the biggest one out of all of those, and we got another one coming down here, which we'll talk about. Alone is a kind of spooky sounding, but a really good sort of piano kind of song, which I actually look back on with a lot of nostalgia. 23 is this is a song that you can expect to see super high on my 2025 year-end hot list, but we're just gonna cover it here. Um, Timmy Newboy, who's got a couple more songs later down on the list, is a huge BandLab artist who doesn't really have that much of a following outside of BandLab, but is huge on BandLab, and released his debut album right before my senior year started, and had three big Connor's Hot List hits off of it this school year, and the third one ended up becoming the biggest one, and that's Come With You, which hit hit the hot list right at the end of December, right before New Year's, and it actually hit the hot list. Um, Hold on. It hit the hot list on December 27th. Um, which is actually it hit the hot list on December 27th, which is actually the reason why I actually associate this song with this.
You ready? You ready? Ready? Oh god, it's so loud! this is ass! This song is ass too! Oh my god, it's so loud! This is ass! Dude, why you I turned it down, dude. Oh my god! Chill!
Number 24 is obviously Fiend by Travis Scott and Playboi Carti. I was really late to the party with this one. Um, but Fiend actually, for me, hit the hot list at the perfect time because this was around the time This was around that sweet spot period where my senior year was really starting to heat up. So Fiend hit the hot list in early October and climbed to number one. And I actually associated with some of the best moments of that month. So it actually worked out really well for this song because now this song is going to age a lot better because of it, because I have so many positive memories associated with it. Um, Number 25, Rave by Sir Thomas Jacques there. It's another disc where disc shouldn't be. This is the second song. That alone was the third one. This is the second one to hit the hot list. Um and this also went number one. The first song didn't go number one. It peaked like I think it peaked like right outside the top 20. So it didn't get very far, but it actually lasted quite a long time. And my senior year was so good, by the way, that it was even able to turn bad songs good. Like, I don't think Search and Rescue by Drake, the number 26 song this year, I don't think this song would work in any other school year. But obviously my senior year was starting to really heat up at the time at that this hit the hot list, and I actually associate it with a very very good Halloween and a very very good first few days after Halloween as well. So yeah, this song um I have like a lot of positive memories associated with it, even though it doesn't sound good at all. Um Number 27 is Squabble Up. This is going to be a lot higher on the 2025 year end list. Um, this one hit the hot list in December, um, went to number one in early January, and um, it went all the way into September on the hot list of this year. So, like this month. So, this is going to be a lot higher up on the 2025 year end list. So, we'll talk about it more at the end of the year. 28 is kind of a low key Minecraft Caves and Cliffs song, but I actually have a lot of positive associations with it. Like, I already had a lot of positive memories associated with it already, but this song hitting the hot list right at the sweet spot of my senior year in October means that I associate it now with even more positive memories, specifically the field trip. Which if I do a retrospective on it, I'll be sure to touch on that. Um, Man, number 29 is another song that I also positively associate it with. This should be this should actually be July of 2024. I can't believe how many errors I actually have to fix while going through these with the dates. But this song, of course, hit the hot list. It didn't actually last very long, but I have I actually associate it not with any like memories of any like specific memories. I actually associate it with my economics teacher, Miss Killian. I actually associate the song with her because things were really starting to get good in her class at the time. This hit the hot list in September, which is when things were really starting to get good, and I was really starting to build a connection with her. So yeah, 30 Goofy Boys. I'm not even gonna attempt to say this guy's name because yeah. I mean, just if you look at the guy's name, this song actually only hit the hot list because of the other Goofy Boys, which was made by me. Um, I like searching my own. This is a weird detail, but I like searching my own the names of my own songs in the search bar on platforms like SoundCloud and stuff so I can see my own songs like where they appear on there. and so I was searching for my own song Goofy Boys. I was doing this for my own song Goofy Boys, and that's how I found this Goofy Boys. And obviously this one I ended up really liking it, so it took off and went to number one, which is higher than my Goofy Boys ever peaked because mine only peaked at number six back when it was big. So this is technically a bigger hit than the other Goofy Boys, although it's really not because my one had a lot more longevity. Um, but this is actually also the same way I discovered Morty by X Forever 9X, and by extension, all of X Forever 9X's other huge hot list hits in 2023. So I have this method to thank for actually one of the biggest, actually a lot of the biggest artists in the history of Connor's Hot List, because I wouldn't have discovered artists like Stray or NIH State Line or Alex 2 Tact if it weren't for X Forever 9X. So the same searching method that got me some of the biggest band lab artists in the history of Connor's Hot List also got me this song. This one was huge in September on the Hot List. I don't really have much to say about number 31, and this didn't go to number one. This peaked at number five. I can't believe how many errors I've had to fix. And Evil Caden didn't come out in May 2022 either. Man. Evil Caden is the second of the diss tracks um, that I released. I released a trio of diss tracks in October of my senior year. All three became hits. Evil Caden was the second one, and this is the one of the three that didn't hit number one, but um it had a lot more longevity than Pretender, which we'll see lower down on the list. Number 33, Airplane by Senpao. This is going to be a lot higher on the 2025 year-end list, so we will cover that at the end of this year. Um, Number 34, My Jingle Bell Don't Jingle. 2024 Christmas, my senior Christmas was really good. I didn't think anything was going to beat my freshman Christmas, and I was proven wrong. My senior year and a good part of the reason why my senior Christmas was so good is because this song was everywhere. It was inescapable. I couldn't. It was playing in the hallways. I couldn't get away from it. And it also did not come out in May 2022. Um, man, I I gotta really look close. I gotta really look more closely at these year-end lists to look for mistakes like that. Um, man, man, I'm booty, bro. Um, I'm sure we're gonna find at least one more. I can't see any more mistakes looking down lower down here. But we'll probably find more. 35 TV off. Um um this is the first song I listened to from GNX right as I heard that the album had come out. Um I wasn't too shocked by the Mustard, but yeah, that was actually a pretty humorous part of the song. And that's not the sole reason why the song hit the hot list, but yeah, this song is pretty energetic. This hit the hot list in November. Didn't last as long as like some of the other GNX songs though. 36. This is another song. This is another senior activities day song, which I rediscovered. I actually first discovered this song through the vibe. Remember how I said I discovered Love Nwantiti by CK in one of the other lists? Um, I actually discovered it through there in 2021. but I didn't know what it was called, or who sang it, so I actually searched up the lyrics on Spotify to find this one because I remembered really liking it, and it happened to be right at the sweet spot of my senior year, right before the day of the panoramic photo. So this as a result of this, I associate this with a lot of positive memories. Um, and that's actually caused this song to resurge on the hot list in recent weeks, as it has actually returned to the hot list and made it into the top 20 because of those positive memories. Number 37, Heart Part 6 by Kendrick Lamar. Just another big number one that probably should have lasted a lot longer than it did. Um, don't really have much to say about it except it's a really good song. I love the sample. I also like the storytelling on it. Um, so yeah, it's a real good song. Number 38, this was the first of the three big Timmy New Boy songs my senior year, and it's um and it actually didn't last that long, but it hit the hot list like once again right during that sweet spot time, which means that the positive memories that I associate it with, once again, the field trip is what caused it to once again resurface in recent weeks and come back to the hot list. Number 39, Darcy by NIH Dateline. This is another one that's going to be a lot higher on the 2025 year end list. This hit the hot list um, in November, right after Dragons came out, but it slowly creeped up the hot list and peaked just outside of the top 10. Then started to fall back down again, and then suddenly burst out of nowhere over Christmas break. And it lasted all the way to like I think it was like August or September of this year. So it's actually kind of lurked in the background the whole time. Number 40, this is another song that hit right at the sweet spot. Um, so this is another song that I have a lot of positive memories that I associate it with that could possibly cause the song to come back. Um, but yeah, for now it's oh, I actually have it all the way down to number 40. Wow. I actually thought I had this one a lot higher. Um, Number 41, one more time by Timmy Newboy, Southern CSTL Deep. This is the second of the three big Timmy Newboy hits on the hot list. Um, and this is the smallest of the three, also. Number 42, Stand by Eminem. I associate this with Halloween. I discovered it right before Halloween, and it got huge on Connor's hot list, but didn't stick around. Um, Number 43, No Role Models by J. Cole. This hit the hot list on New Year's. Number 44, um, number 44 and 45 I kind of pair in my mind because Sir Napkin and Sad Boy for Life, I believe are brothers. So, and they make a lot of music together, and they had solo hits hit the hot list at pretty much exactly the same time. Sir Napkin actually has another, a lot huger hit on the hot list now, but this is kind of the song. Signs was the one that kind of got me to appreciate his solo work, and the new one that's a lot huger is actually pretty much just a better carbon copy of Signs. We'll get to that one on the 2025 year end list because it's almost certainly going to be on there. And then Ghost is kind of a sad acoustic guitar song that is I will say is done a lot better than Rocket Man did his acoustic guitar songs. Luckily, I actually like Depression Tape 1 a lot better than Back to My Roots, but I'm not here to talk about Rocket Man. I'm here to talk about this song, which it does sound really, really good. Um, Number 46 is the first song that I um have 46 is another song that I have that I number 46 is another song that I have that I actually have a lot more association with this.
You ready? You ready?
This song Go Around hit the
Ready?
hot list also on December 27th, which is the day that this happened. So I associate it a lot less with this moment than I do for Come With You. But actually that song is a really good energetic Christmas song and um um I actually expect it to return to the hot list this Christmas. This is a song that I'm fairly certain once this year's Christmas comes around, this song will be back. I actually have been listening to it a lot more, even though it's not Christmas. And it's funny to think about how this is where Nervink started. So yeah. Um, Number 47, Pretender. This is the third diss track. Um, don't really have that much to say about it. Number 48, Dodger Blue. I have a lot of good association. I associate with this a lot of good memories from early during the second semester. And 49, I don't really have that much to say about it. It's kind of been forgotten, honestly. But number 50 is a really good NIH State Line rock song, which once again blew me away when I first heard it, and honestly, I can't believe it's at number 50. It's that good. Man, this is a really good year for Connor's Hot List, wasn't it? It was also a really good year for my YouTube rotation because I discovered Big Soap. Like everything about my senior year was just better. And since I graduated, I will spoil it for you. Since I graduated, Connor's Hot List has been down in the dumps. It's gotten a lot darker since I graduated, and honestly, that's honestly a huge part of the reason why I can't wait to cover 2025 at the end of this year to really put it into perspective how much of a polar opposite my year was to what has come after it. So, yeah. See you at the end of 2025 to cover the 2025 year on Hot List. That's about it. See ya.